Okay.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Alara Canfield Show, the Awaken to Happiness Now Global Series. Thank you so much for being here with us today. And today we have a brand new guest on the show. And we're going to be taking some live caller questions. We're going to be doing some readings. And we're going to be talking about how to ask the universe for what you truly want. And my guest today is Jane Dance. And like I said, we're going to be doing some Q&A. We're going to be taking your questions. And Jane's going to be doing mini readings. And we're going to talk about, how we all want to ask the universe for things that we want in our lives, things, experiences, but no one knows how to truly ask. And an example of how to ask is like placing your order. And so what works, according to Jane, is that when she asks the universe for what she wants, having crystal clear intentions, the confidence and trusting that she will receive it. And that's really important, having it be crystal clear, having confidence and trust that you will receive it. And of course, having an attitude of gratitude for what shows up, right? And so that may sound really simple, but it's really important. It's really relevant and it's key. Having gratitude that it's already showing up, it has already shown up, and also being crystal clear about what it is you want and knowing with full confidence and trust that you are receiving it. And so, today, like I said, our guest is Jane Dance. She's a brand new guest to us, to our show. But she is a naturally born psychic medium who bridges between the physical world and the angelic realm. She connects to people's angels and spirit guides just by using the client's first name. And her readings generally focus upon what is going on in their lives at this moment to bring them messages of clarity and healing from the wings of angels. So I'm so excited that Jane is here with us today to share and, to share her gifts and talents with all of us. And, she's really, really good. She's really talented. She's really gifted and she's spot on. So Jane, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much, Alara. I'm so happy that you invited me.
I'm so excited that you're here because like I said, you are really, really good at what you do. And, you do get right quick to like spot on and really clear and quickly to the point, the actual point that the person is trying to get to. Because sometimes we'll be like, I don't know what I'm saying, right? I don't know what I want. I need something, right? But you and your guides who you connect with, your angels and guides, your masters and so on, you're really quick. So we're going to be taking some caller questions, of course, in a little bit. So you can raise your hand. So Jane, because this is the first time you're on the show, people are going to raise their hand, but some people, is it okay if they just type in the chat or do you need to have a conversation with them?
Either or works. And when I do readings, I like to ask for permission to enter the client's energy field sort of thing. I'm already getting goosebumps. As soon as I said that, I'm getting goosebumps. So I know there's some good questions out there.
Oh yeah, and I'm sure everyone is going to say yes. Yes, please do. You have my permission. So with that being said, if you would like to write your question in the chat, you can. And like I said, before we went live, please make your questions specific. I'm not going to take any questions that are just give me a general reading. I won't take those questions. So ask for something that you specifically want. And please, not something you've already asked us on this show many times before. So if you want to ask something new, awesome. But don't ask the same thing you've asked before. Okay, because I want to give, more people a chance to ask their questions. Okay. So that's that. But we are going to be, I just want to make that clear because, sometimes it's hard because it's like, oh, I just want to ask this thing again because I might get more clarity or something. It's like, I get it, I do. So we'll see how it goes. So Jane, because this is the first time that you're on our show, can you share a little bit about your journey, about how you started and to become such an internationally well-known medium? How did that happen? What happened?
Well, I was, like you said, I was born this way. I was born a psychic medium. I've seen spirits all my life. I've interacted with spirits, both good and bad, I want to say. So growing up, I just had to learn things myself. And then in 2000, I was diagnosed with leukemia. And it was pretty bad. I was in the hospital for 3 months. And I went into remission in 2001. And then again in 2001, it came back. And this time it was in 70% of my body. I was given a bone marrow transplant from a lovely lady in Germany. And she was 100% match. So I don't know her. now we are soul sisters. But I was told I had 6 years to live post-transplant and a 20% chance of survival. Well, that was in 2001. And this year I celebrated 19 years post-transplant, and I've been cancer-free ever since. And because of that, or due to that, now my gifts have opened up a lot. A lot of my clients say, well, you're here for a reason, you weren't meant to go. And I love being able to connect with people's angels and spirit guides to bring them messages of hope, to bring them messages of clarity, to bring them messages of healing. So that's pretty much just how it happened. Unfortunately, I had to get really sick and cross over to come back and to help everybody else.
Well, I am glad that you are still here with us. You know, I wish you didn't have to go through all that you went through, but it is what it is. But you are here now.
Exactly.
And still here now, so which is awesome. And
yes.
Serving even more people, right? Doing your mission, you know, doing your purpose, doing your calling with joy. Because I mean, like when we talked, you were just like, you know, like when we talked a couple of months ago, it was like, oh my God, it's like we resonated so well. Like some of the pictures that you have in you know in your space, it's like we have that. I had that growing up. It's like, oh my God, and you're Canadian, of course, right? So
yes.
As am I. So I'm always like, I don't know, maybe a little partial to Canadians, but not really. But it's just like, you know, we have such a quick connection, you know, and
yes.
It was beautiful. And it's like that for me, it showed me what a pure soul you are, right?
Thank you.
And so when you are working with people and giving them information, wisdom, healing energies, you know, I know it's coming from a really a good spot, a clear spot, a pure spot, and as well as you're working with so much integrity.
Yes.
Right. So I love that. So I'm glad you're here. And today we are talking about how to ask for what you really want. And I know a lot of people, they're like, I don't want to talk about that. I just want to get to the reading part. But but I really want this to be also, you know, a teaching call for you all, you know, so to learn something that is working, right? So this is working for Jane. And so Jane's going to share with us what works for her. And then you can try it and play with it yourself as well. So let's talk about how to ask for what you really want from the universe, from your guides, from your higher self, etc. Right?
Perfect. Yes. So I know a lot of people, a lot of my clients, they don't know how to get what they want. And really, it's just super simple. And I am a super simple person. So when there's something that I really, really want, when I have a burning desire for something that I really, really want, I will take a few days to actually think about how to word what I want, because I am all about words, and I want it to be crystal clear to the universe. So after I have come up with these words, I put an order in to the universe. So say like I want a rose quartz crystal. So I would just say, universe, I really want a rose quartz crystal. And so I put my order in and I forget about it. So I don't say, oh, I really want a, I don't know, little tiny rose quartz crystal, or I just want, you know, it can be beautifully pink, and I don't add details to it. I don't add too much details to it. Mm-hmm. I also don't say, like, I'm very clear, very specific. And if you're like, well, I think I'd like a rose quartz crystal, but I'm really not too sure. I don't think I deserve one. You know, that person over there has one. Why shouldn't I have one? Because then you're not going to get anything.
Yeah.
So I just say, I want a rose quartz crystal. And then I throw in gratitude, and I set it and I forget it. That sort of thing. Mm-hmm. So when I ask for it, I have confidence that it's going to show up, and I trust that it's going to show up, and then it does.
And is that from your experience, that because you've asked many times and it's always shown up, that's why you have the confidence and trust that it's going to show up, or is something else?
Well, I had to learn over and over again, because I had to learn how to, they're saying like fine tune. I had to fine tune everything.
Mhm.
So if you ask for something, or if I asked for something and it didn't show up, I started to question why. And sometimes it just wouldn't show up at all. But like doing readings, you have to have confidence. You have to trust what you're doing. And so I just put all of that into learning to ask for what I want. And if you have confidence, if you're standing tall on the ground and strong on the ground, and you just know, and they're like, and have faith that it's going to come in, then it definitely will. But again, I don't set a timeline. I don't say, well, by this time next week at 1 o'clock, I'd like this rose quartz crystal to come in.
Yeah.
I just leave it open.
So what if you don't have the confidence? What do you do? What can you do?
I would definitely learn to become confident. A great way is to practice your intuition.
Mm-hmm.
So if you do intuitive games, you know, there's one that I play if I'm driving, like I still play intuitive games. So if I'm driving, I'll look at the car in front of me and feel where the car, not the driver, where the car is going to go. So if you keep doing that, if you keep playing intuitive games, your confidence will raise.
So this is confidence in yourself.
Yes, definitely confidence in yourself.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. Yeah, thank you. And that's where I think a lot of people, you know, they don't have that. They don't have the confidence in themselves, or they don't have confidence in spirit, you know, source, the universe, right? That they're going to get it. It's not always about not deserving, you know, but but it's about the not knowing for sure, you know, because I think a lot of people go into their head and trying to figure out, well, how is this going to happen? How is it going to show up? You know, I'm asking for this, but I don't know how it's going to happen. So as soon as you put your mind into it, it stops, right?
Oh, definitely. You know, as soon as I put, and you can even play, I've even done it myself. Like, I will, you know, ask for something and then I start thinking and overthinking about it. How's this going to come in? When's it going to come in? What is it going to look like? And then the universe is like, nope, we're not giving it to you right now until you calm down, until you just set it and forget it. Mm-hmm. Then we'll give it to you. But, you know, at times when it doesn't arrive, it could be because I wasn't clear about what I wanted. Or it could be that I was asking for something so small. So maybe instead of like a little tiny quartz crystal, maybe I deserved a larger one, but I only, you know, didn't put that much thought into it. Or maybe it didn't come along because something better is coming. And I always find that if I don't get what I ask for, something better always comes along. And I like surprises. So it's nice to see what the universe brings for me.
Oh my goodness. So what if you don't like surprises? I mean, I don't like surprises. I'm a control freak, I guess, in that way. I don't like surprises. So because I don't like surprises, am I blocking that flow of receiving because I don't like surprises? I'm getting a big yes.
I am too, but I don't want to say it. But yes, I do feel that you are. So, you know, if something comes in that I didn't order, so to speak, I still give gratitude because I can choose how to respond to it. Right. So if I get an amethyst instead of a rose quartz, you know, I could be like, oh, I didn't want this. Like, oh, just chuck this away. And the universe is like, what?
Yeah.
I gave you a gift.
Yeah, for sure.
So if I get an amethyst over a rose quartz, I'm just like, oh, thank you so much. Like, I'm so grateful. This is so beautiful. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Beautiful. I love it. So there's a question about, you know, asking for something. If you're asking for something that costs a lot of money, you know, a lot of money, will the universe deliver no matter how much it costs? And, you know, I'll let you answer. I'm not gonna say anything.
So I definitely believe that it will. Again, that's my belief. So where I live, actually, I manifested. So I asked the universe. So I live on Vancouver Island. And I said to the universe, I said, if you want me to move to Vancouver Island, I said, I live in a condo, but I wanted an end unit. I wanted 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, hardwood flooring. and a garage. And I said, if you really, really want me to move to Vancouver Island, I would like an ocean view. And
You
I
have
got
that.
an ocean
I
view.
know. So here's a question just on that. The universe doesn't want anything for us or from us or any, like what is the universe's role in this? Because as from all of my teachings, everything I've learned, the universe doesn't want anything. So why would the universe want you to go to Vancouver Island?
That is a very good question. Since I have moved to Vancouver Island, though, my gifts have opened up even more. You know, you came into my life.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't know if that would have happened where I lived in Calgary.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel that the universe wants us to expand more and to grow more. And every day and every night, I know the universe doesn't want much for us, but I often say, well, I will always say, thank you, universe, for everything you've given me. Thank you for allowing me to be part of your existence. My love and appreciation flows back to you. So then the cycle continues.
Right. Got it. Yeah. And I love that. You know, it's like, yes, the universe doesn't want anything for us except for our own expansion and growth and more consciousness, for sure. And so for some of us, we grow more by serving, right?
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, got it. Thank you. I just, you know, say I just needed clarity for that because like, what? Okay, cool. So, all right. So is there anything else you wanted to talk about or share about asking? And, you know, I just wanted to say, you know, like when Caroline was asking for something that costs a lot of money, the universe doesn't have that definition of a lot of money or a little bit of money. Like there's, you know, that doesn't exist, right? So
right.
For the universe, it's just whatever it is. It's not a lot or little, right?
Yes, exactly. So, you know, money is a human thing. It's not a universal thing. Yeah. So if you want something that costs a lot of money, if you feel that you deserve it, if you have a burning desire to have whatever this item is, you know, and you ask, but you feel into it, like you feel, I really, really want this item that costs a lot of money, knowing that you deserve it, and then trusting that you'll receive it, then it will come.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And so this whole thing, you know, so sometimes, you know, the receiving is not necessarily that something's going to just plop in front of you, but you might, you know, find something like, oh, this is exactly what I was looking for. This is what I wanted. You still have to go and make the exchange, you know,
exactly.
You still have to buy it, you know, it's not necessarily always going to be gifted to you by somebody or something or the universe. You still have to do the 3D world stuff, right?
Yes, definitely.
Hold on, we're not taking any questions yet, Maria. All right.
Okay.
And even if we were, you know, it's like I can't mute you, Maria. Can you please mute yourself for a second? Right. So, sorry, what was I saying?
That you go out and you're not gifted something. You have to actually go out and buy it in the 3D world.
Yeah, but it's still about the universe bringing it to you. So, for example, I was thinking like a couple of weeks, you know, I had bought my daughter these really beautiful diamond earrings like a couple of years ago. And now I'm looking at them all the time and I'm like, oh, I wish I had a pair, right? I don't want hers because I got that for her, but it's like, oh, I wish I had a pair. So, you know, and it's just been in the back of my mind. I'm not thinking about it every day. I just said it, you know, it's like, oh yeah, you know, it'd be nice to have a pair as well. So then today I was walking Neo like I normally do, but I went a different route, you know, than I normally do. I never go down this alley and alleyway, but kind of thing. And there was a store there that I never saw it, right? And there was these earrings, you know, it's like, oh, I really like those earrings. And so I took a picture of it. It's like, I'd never go in there. You know, I mean, I've lived here 3 years or something in this, you know, neighborhood, and I never go there. But today, you know, it's like, oh, let's go through here, you know. And I saw it, and it's like, oh, interesting, you know. So it's like that's kind of like the universe saying, yes, you asked, here they are.
Yes. So the universe took you down a totally different pathway that you are used to going. You know, they're saying like an unexplored version
Mhm.
So you're going down this pathway, and suddenly, because you're thinking about those earrings, boom, there they are. You know, you had to go and find the route to get to them, but you found them.
Yeah. And, you know, they're more expensive than the ones I got for my daughter, but that's okay.
That's okay.
That's
That's
okay.
okay.
But it's like, oh, it's perfect. And it kind of matches a little bit of my, you know, my ring. And it's like, oh, that would be so
Perfect.
So, you know, it's like, oh, you know, and, you know, so it's like, that's also a way of the universe responding to your wishes, your desires, your ask, right?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
Yes. And it's wonderful that, you know, you had a small idea of what you wanted these earrings to look like, but you also put it out there. You also just kind of let that image go. And as you said, the new ones match your ring.
Yeah.
Or very similar to your ring. So, you know,
Exactly.
and canny sort of thing.
Yeah. So it's like, I thought that was really cool because it's not like I was saying, oh, let me go look for a ring. I mean, for earrings today. I wasn't thinking that, you know, when I was just walking with Neo, I was not thinking that. So, you know, this is about how we get out of our own way.
But it also works for what you don't want. So if you are looking for a new partner and you're like, I don't want this, I don't want that, I don't want that, I don't want that, the universe is going to give you somebody that has all of your don't wants because you placed your order with the universe of your don't want. So the universe doesn't know the difference between want and don't want. It always just delivers.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, true. Good point.
You have to be careful.
Yeah, you know, there's that saying, be careful what you ask for, right?
Yes, it's very true.
And especially right now in this time of the really heightened energy and heightened vibration, everything is going so fast. You are manifesting at lightning speed, right?
Yes,
so
definitely.
It's even more, you know, you really have to be careful what you say and what you think, and what is your vibration, what is your energy, what are you putting out, right?
Exactly. Yes. Yeah, what you feel, and because anything can manifest, absolutely anything. If you're like, I want a car, and then in the back of your mind thinking, oh, I just don't want a rusty clunker, and then suddenly this rusty clunker shows up, it's like, well, where did that come from? Oh, wait, I'm responsible for that.
Yeah. So it's very empowering what you're saying and what we're talking about right now. It's very empowering for us to really be aware, be conscious of what we're thinking, we're feeling, what we're asking, and what energy we have behind our words and thoughts, right?
Definitely. Definitely.
Awesome. So Judy says, and oh, Judy, you're from Brockville. Brockville was my second home for a while when I
interesting.
Yeah, because my ex-husband's family is from there, so we used to go all the time. Yeah, my kids' grandmother is still there, so you know, they still go. She says, you are the universe, it wants whatever you want, like getting out of your own way. Yes, absolutely, getting out of your own way. All right, so I think, are you ready to take some questions?
Yes, certainly.
All right, so please don't unmute yourself until I ask you to unmute yourself, okay? We're gonna try and do it this, like, you know, and please keep it to one question, okay? So we're gonna go to Stella first. Stella, I'm gonna go ahead and unmute you, or you can unmute yourself. Yeah, can you unmute yourself, Stella? And if you have any background noise, please turn it off. Any background noise that you may have. So Stella, I can't unmute you, so can you unmute yourself? If not, we're gonna go to the next person, okay? Oh, there you go, hello.
Oh. Hello.
Hi. Hi, Stella. Yeah, you're good.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
I am doing great.
Great, so what's your question for Jane? Something specific.
My question for Jem is that in the last few days, in the last month or two, I've been thinking a lot and maybe dreaming about my grandfather that I never met him. It's in my father's side. And it's like, I feel like he has maybe a message for me or something, but I don't understand it, but that's the question I have for her.
Do you know his first name?
Yes, Eliezer.
It's funny, as soon as you said grandfather, my body broke out into goosebumps. So that is my confirmation. And you said that you've never met him before?
No, he died when he was 32 in 1930. So my father was only 9 years old.
Okay. To be honest with you, I feel like he's standing behind you. And he's making me feel like he's got his hands. They always show me that they put their hands on the small of your back, so where your shoulder blades are in between.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like he feels to me like a very quiet man. And I know you didn't know him, and you may not be able to clarify this, but he feels like a very quiet man. So I feel like he's just trying to make his presence known to you because he has been gone for such a long time. I feel like he wants to communicate with you back and forth. Even if you can't understand what he's saying, I would still speak to him because he can understand you. And he's feeling like, honestly, he's making me feel like he is there to give you hope or to give you presents or just to let you know that he's there for you and he's watching over you.
Okay, I have another question. There is a girl named Anna that I met like 2 or 3 years ago. And actually, I feel like she's the reincarnation or something to with my grandfather. I never met her, but we are like she was my daughter. And I asked, and it says, yeah, that
Yes,
for some reason they together.
Yes. That is true. Yes. I feel like she has a very solid connection with your grandfather. And what I see is, say, like your grandfather here, Anna's here, and you're here. So it's like she is communicating with him. They are saying siphoning. She's siphoning information out of him and passing him like through her to you, sort of thing. I don't know if she's a reincarnation. They're not telling me, your guides and angels are not telling me yes or no, but she is, I'm being told that she's siphoning information through him into her to you.
Yeah, it's so amazing. Since I met her, she came, I was sitting in a chair, and she came straight to me and she hugged me and says, hi, how are you? And I never seen her in my life, but at the moment she hugged me, it's like I know her. But
That's
she
nice.
lived in Tampa,
Yes.
and I live in Las Vegas, and we were in LA, and none of us would ever been together before. And ever since that day, it's like incredible.
That's a beautiful connection, Stella. Good for you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Is there anything he wants to tell me?
I don't feel that there is. He's just saying, keep your ears open because it's like you are awakening up to him. You're awakening to spirit. And I feel like what he can't translate to you, what he can't send to you, he will send to Anna. But he feels really happy that you are aware of him, that he's, it's like being tapped on the shoulder all the time and just not paying attention to the tap. And then suddenly you're like, okay, what? It's like, who's there? So you're opening up the door to communication with him.
Fantastic. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
Thank you, Stella. Good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, awesome. All right, we're going to go to, 1 second, phone number ending in 232. Can you unmute yourself? Phone number ending in 232. If not, that's okay. I can't unmute you. So if you can unmute yourself, phone number ending in 232, that'd be awesome. Good, awesome. Hello.
Hi, sorry about that. I didn't know I needed to unmute. Sorry.
Yeah, no worries. How are you doing?
All right, thanks. How about you? Thanks for taking my call. Thanks for being here for everyone.
Good. So what's your question for Jane?
Hi, I was wondering about why I chose my family, because they say you pick your family or your family lineage or your parents, and I guess because I'm feeling very disconnected from my family and I've been traumatized by certain members of the family. I was wondering why I picked them.
Could I please get your first name?
Oh, this is Patty.
Patty. So why did you choose your family? So your energy within your name is very soft and it's very subtle. And I feel like your family is very hard. So they're making me feel like it's like you're going through abrasion, is how it feels to me.
Yeah.
And I know that you don't feel understood by your family, but that is okay. Because the reason is because they really don't have to understand you as long as you continue to understand and grow yourself. Funny, your guides and angels just showed me your energy and you just expanded out. Like, I want to say like you went to a balloon and then a beach ball and then, I don't know, something bigger. But this is your energy. So it's like you're almost repelling your family away in a good way. So I feel that you chose your family, you know, your guides and your angels are saying to learn some really deep lessons and to build up boundaries. So once you get those boundaries built up, your family won't affect you anymore, or they'll affect you less. They won't trigger you as often.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I have to say, Patty, I'm glad that you recognize that, yes, we do choose our families before we come down, right? We do choose them. So it's something to look at, like, okay, I chose these people to learn something, to experience something. And when you're done experiencing it, when you're done learning it, then it's not like they'll be gone forever, but the triggers won't be there as much. Does that make sense?
Yes. I guess
Yeah.
I haven't gotten there yet. So
Okay.
You will.
It's been a long journey.
Yeah, no, I can understand that. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
But I'm glad you're asking that question, because the more that you ask that question, even of yourself, you'll start to, you know, put those boundaries around yourself, and you'll start to enforce those boundaries, and you'll start to honor your own boundaries of what you require. So that's awesome. Okay.
Thank you so much. God bless.
Awesome. Thank you, Patty.
Namaste. Thank you.
Awesome. Yeah, sometimes I just like to add a little bit just because, you know.
Oh, that's perfectly fine. Yes. Yeah. I know that we all have triggers in our life and we just have to learn to, I see the triggers as an opportunity to what is inside me that is triggering me with this person. And once I sit down and with the trigger, then I can learn to heal the trigger. And then, you know, if that person says something to me, like it's not a big trigger anymore. It's like, okay, I can choose how to respond to that.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, Patty and everybody else, we've all asked that question. It's like, why would I have chosen this family? I remember I used to think all the time, I'm definitely adopted. I'm definitely adopted. I cannot be part of this family. It's like, there's no way. But anyways, I am, and I did choose them. And so it's all good now. Caroline, you want to unmute yourself? Hello. Hi.
Hi.
Hi, Jane.
Hi.
I'm trying not to ask the same question, Alara.
I know.
Okay, so let's play with this because I've been talking about this with my husband and that. So, am I moving anytime soon? And if so, is there a sign for where?
Or a time
Can you tell me whereabouts you live?
My name's Caroline, and I live in near Toronto, Ontario, Canada.
Okay. So I wrote down Toronto, and as soon as I wrote it down, I started to feel nauseous. So I don't feel like Toronto is a very good place for you or your husband. It's feeling too, they're saying lethargic. It's too, and I'm getting goosebumps. So it's too heavy for you, and I still feel nauseous.
So we live in Oshawa, which is about a half an hour east of that, if that makes any difference. Definitely, we would never live in Toronto.
Okay, it's still, Oshawa still doesn't feel good to me. They're saying it feels flimsy. It's like that there's no substance, there's no weight, there's no grounding to it, I want to say. You know, they just, I don't, where is Sudbury in, like, is it close to Oshawa?
No, it's 5-6 hours north, really cold.
Okay. I feel like you're going to be moving to, or you and your husband, of course, are going to be moving to a smaller, they're making me feel like a close-knit community, is how they're saying it. And time-wise,
Mm-hmm.
time-wise are tricky because we all have free will, but time-wise, they're making me feel like within 6 months. They're showing me the 6-month mark. Now, if you're thinking that this isn't feasible, they're like, it is very feasible.
And so was Sudbury the city that they were pointing out, or because
So
live in Sudbury?
you would or wouldn't?
No.
Wouldn't. Okay.
So
So
what about,
Sudbury,
just a second, what about Manitoulin Island? That's near Sudbury, but it's nicer.
Wow. So
that feels good. That has a good feel to it.
somebody was talking to me about that this morning. Manitoulin.
Oh, synchronicity.
That's
So
nice.
Look into that. Okay.
yes, because how they show me words, and it's kind of hard to describe how the words, how much strength the word has. So if you were to write Sudbury in very lightly and almost every second letter kind of invisible, sort of faded away, that's how they showed it to me. So yes, it could definitely be around Sudbury, but not Sudbury itself.
So, okay. So thank you. Yeah. Okay.
But Manitou Island, that has a really good, I feel really happy with it. Like it's a really happy sounding and feeling word. It feels like a summer day to me. Nice and sunny, cloudless sky, gentle breeze, just beautiful.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're not leaving the country then for
No,
now.
for now.
It can change, but yeah. So, but we
Yes,
are.
I feel like things have to get settled first before you leave the country. And settled is not a word I really like, but your guides and angels are saying that everything is uneven at the moment. So it has to be, it'd be like walking on shale. You know, you can slip and slide and you don't have good footing. But once you move off of shale to concrete, there's a better foundation.
So the better foundation is around Sudbury.
Yes.
Thank you.
You're very
Awesome.
welcome.
Thank you, Caroline.
Thanks, my sweet.
Good luck. Look into
Yeah.
it. All right, awesome. We're gonna go to some of the questions in the chat. So Odile is saying, I would love to go live in New Zealand. Is that on the horizon for me?
Where does she live now? Does it say?
No, I don't know where she lives now. I think it's here in
Okay.
Europe, somewhere in Europe, I think.
Okay. So Odile, your name is full of light and love. It's very happy. And I feel you would fit very well in with New Zealand. So are you going soon? I feel that you definitely are. I feel like they're making me feel like wherever you live right now, it's temporary, and it's very temporary. So even if you've been there for 10 years, it's still temporary. They're like, you are not where you're meant to be. So sorry, they always correct me. So when you go to New Zealand, I feel like you will, as soon as you put your feet on the ground, you will feel like you've come home.
Beautiful.
So yes, you definitely will be.
Great. So Odile, let us know how it goes, okay? Elena wrote in something, but it's not a question. Linda, Linda, you've asked this question before, but okay. So Linda's asking, what area should I concentrate on to bring in more finances? Do my angels have any ideas about what I should be working on to bring in more money?
Okay. It's interesting because, Alara, as soon as you were talking about her question, I just heard them say, just let it all go. It's because I feel like, in a sense, she is stifling the money flow coming in because she's concentrating on it so much. So, like you said earlier, you don't like surprises. So are you blocking things from coming towards you because you don't like surprises? So with Linda, I feel like they're making me feel like if you became friends with money, instead of worrying about money, the flow would change dramatically. So if you can, Linda, they're like, ease up on worrying about money. Ease up on concentrating so much on it. If you can just let it go, if you can just go and do something else, change your thoughts, change your habits, then the money flow will come in.
Mm-hmm. So Linda, I
It
don't
sounds
know how,
simple.
I know. So Linda, I can't unmute you. I know you have your hand raised, but I can't unmute you. So if you want to add something to that, or
Yes, I
Okay.
do. Thank you so much. Thanks, Jane. I appreciate it very, very much. Yeah, I was just wondering if the angels had anything, that they could point me in some kind of direction. But if you say just to let it go, it's really hard for me because I give and give and give and give. I mean, I'm constantly giving, and I don't know. I guess I'm not sure how to receive. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes, I do. I feel like they're making me feel like you're looking around for how to receive. So, like if a dime shows up, we'll say, or if you find a $5 bill, we'll say, I see it as a gift from the universe.
Right.
But they're making me feel like if you find a $5 bill, it's like you're questioning, is this a gift from the universe? Did somebody drop this? I'm going to have to find the owner.
Probably.
That sort of thing. So when you find a $5 bill, $20 bill, $100 bill, $50 bill, that sort of thing.
And I have found that, yes. And I've always been grateful. I
Perfect.
always
Yes.
thank them.
It
Always.
is a gift. It is a gift. So
Okay.
the more you become grateful, the more you thank them, the more money will flow in. So you can ask the universe, I want more money. You can even say, I want to find more money. It can be a sign for you. So if you
Okay.
just let it go, because I know I've done it too, when I've been focusing so much on where am I going to find money? How is it going to come to me? What am I going to do? I don't know. But as soon as I let all that go and I just say I surrender to the outcome,
Mhm.
then that's a weight lifted off of my shoulder, and then money flows. And I never know where it's going to come from. It just does.
Okay.
but
Thank you.
I think also Linda,
Yes.
what Linda wants to know is about, she has all these gifts and you're giving, and this is not just for Linda, but it's for everybody. You have all these gifts and you're constantly giving your gifts without payment, for giving for free. So you would like payment for some of that. So Linda, really quick question. Do you resent all the giving that you're doing?
Oh, no. I enjoy it because I always get feedback, not monetarily, but I get feedback love-wise.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, lovely.
Mm-hmm.
That's beautiful. So you want to know how to receive
Money for her gifts
money for her gifts. Okay.
instead of just love.
Thank you, Alara.
Okay. So are you an energy worker, a light worker?
Yes.
Okay. And so you give your gift away for free.
Yes.
Okay.
But I don't have that many people that I'm involved with.
Okay.
So
but
this is important for everybody, okay? This is not just for Linda, and this is why I'm making a case of this for everybody. Pay attention. This is about, yes, even if you don't have a lot of people, even still, are you done giving away your gifts for free?
I used to give my gift away for free, and then I learned and felt that it wasn't a healthy exchange.
Right.
Because
I
some people
understand that.
take more than, they
Then
will
they give. Yeah.
Yes, they definitely will. So once I started putting a price tag on my readings, only those who truly wanted a reading came to me, and all those that only wanted something free fell away. So even if you start charging, put a number on your gift. I know it's very difficult to,
Yes.
it is, because back in the day, the village would support the mystical one. And now these days we have bills to pay, we have groceries to buy. So I totally understand. And once I started putting a price tag, charging my worth, you know, I'm not going to charge billions of dollars for a reading, you know.
Then put that other way.
But once I was gifted a good number to charge, it felt very good. It felt very right. And now I draw in respectable clients, people who want to hear what their guides and angels have to say. So if you started, say, with $50, whatever you do, you know, don't charge under, don't charge over. And once you're comfortable with a 50, we'll say, you can raise it as you go. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does. Thank you very much.
And you have to market yourself. You have to tell people that you are doing this. Otherwise, nobody's going to know.
Exactly. You can't stay small.
You can't play small. That part of it, the marketing, you have to do.
It is very difficult, but yes, you do.
Nobody likes it, but how else are people going to find you, and how else can you serve more?
Right.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thanks,
Awesome.
Laura.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you.
I appreciate it.
I know. I know. All right. So that was Linda, because she had written in the chat and she was here. So I thought I'd ask. I'm trying to do like, Paula is asking, will I meet a buddy in quotation mark, as I'm very lonely since I'm widowed, just want a companion.
Okay. So the way that Paula's name feels to me, I know she said she's a widow. So she feels like to me like she's still in grief. So her name is very light. I would feel like it's hard to describe. So the P, A, and U to me feel very light. So say like a helium balloon. And then the L and the A feel very heavy. They said very dense. So she's off balance at the moment. And once she can add energy to the P, A, and U, then a buddy will come in, a companion will come in that is very suitable for her. I'm getting goosebumps as confirmation. And, you know, they're saying it might take 3 to 6 months before she can get stabilized, before she can get balanced. Mm-hmm. But I feel like in this state that she is in now with her energy, if the right buddy was to come in, she would miss the person. She wouldn't see the person. So Paula, once you become stabilized, once your name, it's like half of your name is floating away.
So how would she do that? And this is for everybody as well, not just for Paula, but how would she do that? How would she stabilize or balance her energies or raise her vibration, whatever needs to happen?
So she could go to, you know, if she lives near forests, she could go to the forest and hug a tree. She could walk around without socks and shoes on in the grass and just like feel the vibration of the earth come into her as she expels everything that no longer serves a purpose. A lot of my friends take salt baths. She can have a salt bath. I like water, so when I'm in the shower, I'm not a bath person. I just allow the water to flow out, like flow over me. And I just say anything that no longer serves me, please flow out of me. Mm-hmm. So there are many ways, you know, she could do a meditation to ground herself, stand in the ocean. There's numerous ways to do it.
Awesome. Good. So Paula, let us know how that goes for you. So there was a question from Roshni, and she said, at these strange times, I feel disconnected from my guides and angels. I know they're always there, but I'd like to know how I can make the connection stronger again. Okay. Interesting.
Yes. As you were reading that, they're like, just ask us. So just pretty cut and dry. I find that people's angels or spirit guides, they're very cut and dry. So Roshni, I feel like so the intention is there that you want to reconnect with them. The intention is there that you want to hear them. They're showing me like a radio dial. So if they're speaking too quietly right now and you can't hear them, turn that radio dial up to 10. So the volume is louder. And if when they speak and you jump, turn it down to 6, sort of thing. So reconnecting with your spirit guides, you can just ask them to step closer to you and speak louder. And then they will. I know that the answer should be more mystical and more,
No, that's all good.
magical and translucent, but it's just, if you just ask them to step forward, step closer to you, and as soon as I said that, I can feel, so I feel energies at times, and it feels like I'm on a wave, like an ocean. And as soon as I said, ask them to step forward, I felt the energy change. And I feel like they might need to step right into her face. And then once
How does that feel, Roshni? Good?
Yeah, that resonates with me quite a lot. Thank you, Jane.
You're very welcome.
Thank you
Good.
very much.
So a simple answer, right?
Yeah, it's lovely. Thank you.
Good.
You're very
Awesome.
welcome.
Thank you. And sometimes it can be that simple, right? It doesn't have to be more complicated than that, But I love the imagery of the like the dial. Just turn the dial up,
Turn the dial.
Yeah, just turn it up. And do that when next time you're meditating, sitting down to meditate, or sitting down, having the intention to connect with your guides. In your mind's eye, see that dial and turn it up to 10. And then start talking to your guides, start communicating with your guides in whatever way that you do, and then play with it, see what happens, okay? All right, awesome, thank you. All right, how are you doing, Jane?
Oh, very well, thank you. How are you?
I'm good, just making sure, that you're all good. Okay,
Yeah.
good. So all right, we're gonna go to Jane, Jane's iPad. So if you want to unmute yourself, Jane's iPad.
Hi, thank you so much.
Hi.
Hi.
Jane, I'm actually Jane with a Y, and I changed it when I was 10 years old for whatever reason, and I tried to change it back and it never felt right. But I love the classic spelling,
Oh, thank you.
So we are in a state of everything is up in the air changing. And we're hoping, we live currently in Minneapolis.
Okay.
And we are going to move. And I don't know that I can get out of here fast enough. So that's kind of where I am, but I want to make sure that I'm not forcing something that isn't supposed to happen or isn't in the best interest of my family.
No, I feel like you are, number one, I don't feel like you're meant to have the classic word Jane. So,
Oh, good.
because, and I've read a few Janes, but I don't know, there's something very unique about you. And so to spell your name with a Y, they're showing me, they're clapping their hands and they're saying, she caught on, she caught on. So that's great that you listened when you were 10. Okay, now we can move on to your questions. So Minneapolis, to me, I'm starting to swirl. That energy is swirling around in my head again. And the energy is, how I liken it to being, is unsettled energy. So the word that they're putting on with Minneapolis is, it's like an irritation. And they're showing me like a, if you say you buy a new shirt and it's got a tag on it and the tag is scratching your back. So it's an irritation.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how they're making Minneapolis feel to me for you.
Yes.
So they're making me feel like that irritation is going to get worse and worse and worse. And they're saying until you pick up sticks to move. So don't worry, you're not forcing anything to happen that isn't supposed to happen. Do you know where you're going to be moving to?
We're actually going to go investigate North Carolina.
Okay. As soon as you said that, I heard go.
Good. That's great. Because we're kind of pulling the plug. Our lease ends, and we're going to put our stuff in storage and go take a look.
It feels like a very fast move. Like they're just like go. So it feels very fast. I feel like I'm holding my breath in a sense in anticipation, or that I've run a very long marathon and I'm out of breath, but I feel very accelerated in your move.
Oh, that's wonderful.
It feels very quick, very quick.
Okay, good. So I'm not just forcing this and, pulling the plug too early.
No, you're definitely not where you need to be.
Okay.
They just keep showing me the tag irritation. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's wonderful to know. Thank you so much, Jane.
You're very welcome, Jane.
Awesome. Thank you, Jane. Great. Thank you. So Maria, do you want to unmute yourself?
Hi.
Hi, Maria.
Hi.
Hi. Hello.
Hello.
How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. So what's your question for Jane?
Hey, Jane, my question is that do you see another form of employment for me?
Okay, Jane, Maria, can you
can't
not
hear.
walk when you're talking? Because we can't hear.
Another form of employment besides nannying in the near future, and also a move. I feel like I should be moving.
So
Where?
Jane, did you get the question? I think it's about another form of employment.
Okay.
Employment? Yeah, I'm nannying and I've been doing it for a while. But I feel like I'm more settled in my energy and that I want to create something new, but that doesn't have to do with domestic caretaking.
Okay. I feel like there's anxiety. I feel like a pressure on my chest, like almost anxiety. Are you fearful of finding something new?
Well, it's been a while. I've been home for like 20 years doing caretaking, raising my family. And I'm in a situation now where I'm doing the same, but I'm not in fear. I mean, unless it's subconscious, I'm excited. I want to move forward.
Okay.
And there's so much more, especially in my healing. I want to dive more into learning about my healing capacities. So more employment, more finances would help me do so.
Okay.
But I'm not in anxiety. I don't feel so.
Okay.
I just don't know where to look. What's next?
And yes, and that is always very difficult to find the path that you're supposed to go on next. You want to do healing work.
I mean, that's studying, healing and studying, but work, I know work, we all have to work. So whatever.
Well, yes, like healing.
Yeah.
I feel like you are a light worker, and I feel like you have been doing your current employment for way too long, almost to the point where everything feels flat. So like the energy within your name, it's like the I is a candle holding the flame within the, so are you currently doing healing? Like, do you do Reiki? Do you do therapeutic touch? Do you anything like that?
I practice on myself and the ones around me. I support the ones around me a lot. I try to. Remote healing. Yeah.
Yeah, because they're like, you need to stop. It's good that you work on yourself, but I feel like you have, they're making me feel like you have mystical abilities within you that are dormant, sort of thing, or that you've pushed down. So once you get the confidence and do more, it's almost like you have fire within your hands. So they're showing me that my hands are getting extremely hot. So you feel like there's a fire within your hands that when you touch somebody, I'm starting to sway back and forth. So when you touch somebody, it's like you leave an imprint on their arm or wherever for hours to come, sort of thing.
Okay.
So I would definitely go towards learning more healing. If you need to take more courses, say to become a Reiki master, for example, then I would definitely go down that path, because they're making me feel like once you do that, more and more doors will open to the point where you're going to become overwhelmed with which door, overwhelmed in a good way, which door to take. I feel like your universe is just going to unfold in front of you. They're showing me like, you know, kids' book with a pop-up. So you open it up and it kind of pops up. That's what they're showing me is going to happen to you, that you're going to turn the page and this book is just going to unfold and pop up.
Wow.
That
Okay.
gave me goosebumps.
Nice.
Okay.
That's
I
exciting.
was thinking yoga. Is that not in the right direction? Because I love movement, and yoga just keeps coming back to me.
Then definitely yoga, because yoga is healing. It heals people's bodies. It realigns the spine. You know, it is another form of healing. And if yoga keeps popping up everywhere, then that's the universe saying, hey, Maria, here's yoga. You want a path? Here's yoga. Here's yoga.
Okay. Okay.
Good.
Great. Thank
Awesome.
you.
Thank you,
You're very
Maria.
welcome.
Good luck. Let us know how it goes.
I will. Thank
Good.
you, Lori.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, we're going to take one more quick question from Pat. Pat, do you want to unmute yourself? Oh, there you go. Hi.
Hello.
Wonderful. Thank you for this wonderful community. I'm getting in a feeling or message that I'm going to have a new male partnership in my life soon.
I would definitely agree. And you know what? When you came on, you're giving me goosebumps. I heard, what a beautiful being.
Oh,
So,
Yeah, for
so
sure.
yes, you are very beautiful, not only in how you look and how you carry yourself. And it's like you have light coming out of you from every direction. And I feel like you share this light with everybody else. You don't bottle, you know, you don't bottle it up and give it in little perfume samples.
no.
That you just shine your light.
Yes, I try to every day. Send love to the earth, to all humanity, all living things, earth, wind, air, fire, and sea, insects,
Beautiful.
animals, oceans, fish. You know, I just give that
Beautiful.
prayer every day. Thank you.
That's
Thank you
beautiful.
for this support. Thank you.
Awesome.
My blood pressure was going up yesterday, and I had to switch to a different medication, which I felt I had to do.
Mhm.
So I feel that there is going to be a male partner coming into your life. He feels, you know, I don't have a name. I don't get names generally. But he feels like he is as magical as you are. He
Yes.
feels very quiet. Like he's not going to be walking around banging pots and pans in your house, making himself heard. But he feels very quiet, very dignified, just a lovely human being. And I feel like you two are going to fit together very well. And your guides and angels are saying that he's going to be an extension of, you are going to be an extension of each other. So where your arm ends, his arm starts, sort of thing.
Nice. That sounds
Thank
good.
you so much. I'm
I like
so
that.
grateful to have this support. Thank you.
You're very
Awesome.
welcome.
Thank you, Pat. Good.
Blessings.
I love that. Let us know when this mystery man shows up, okay?
Yeah, I felt just my whole body was vibrating as she was speaking to me.
Good. Awesome. I love it. Good. All right. So I just want to take a few moments and talk really briefly about the special offer. Basically, the special offer is, if you're on the live page, you can just click on special offer. If you're not, you can go to alara.at/show/Jane8. And basically, it's a 60-minute reading with Jane for $125, right? So Jane, can you talk a little bit about what the reading, because I know you do mediumship, you do angel readings and mediumship, as well as animal communication, right?
Right.
So can you talk a little bit more about what people can expect? I mean, obviously what we just did today, some of that, but what else?
So it's really hard to say what happens during a reading, because how my readings start with one question readings, you only get a small portion, but I liken my readings like looking through a peephole in a door. So I can only see so much. And as the reading goes on, the window progresses, and it might go over here, and might go over here, and might go over here. I never really know. A lot of times with readings, people want to focus on they'll focus on the question over here, and spirit guides, they're like, yeah, that's fine, but let's talk about what's over here that you're totally avoiding. I like to say that I dredge people's souls and bring to the surface what needs to be healed. So with
Nice.
animal communications, I can speak to deceased pets or living pets with just a picture and their name. And so if you have any questions about your animal that has crossed over, I can talk to them and give you information about them. Or if your living pet is struggling with something, it's interesting because pets talk to me like they're humans, and they show me them walking on 2 feet sometimes as human beings to get the message across to me so I can tell you.
Beautiful. Awesome. And so you do these readings on Zoom like this, or telephone, or because, you know, some people are not in North America, right? Obviously,
Yes.
right? So it's not always going to be easy to do on the phone. So is it via Zoom, WhatsApp, Facebook Live, or Facebook Messenger? How does that work?
Yes, I don't have Zoom, but I use Skype, Facebook Messenger, WhatsApp. A client of mine recently suggested Hangouts, so you know, I'll try that with her. That's fine. Or over the phone. And then if you are where I live, I do rent a room at a metaphysical store, so we can do it there. But Spirit, they will talk through any platform
Beautiful.
to get
I
their
love it.
messages.
So yes, definitely go get a reading with Jane. You know, 60 minutes. You know, for $125. That is a really good deal. I think I just had a 5-minute reading with Jane, but I'm gonna get a full 1 hour reading. That's it. Because I've been thinking about getting a reading with somebody that here in Vienna, but it's like, you know what?
Support local.
Yeah, I know, but it's like, you know what, maybe I'll just go to Jane, because, you know, it's like, I know how Jane works, so it's like, oh, maybe I'll just, you know, ask Jane, right? So why not? Do you do readings on physical health?
You know, I'm not a medical intuitive, but I can, you know, say like if a certain part of the body hurts, I will still get messages as to why it hurts and what can be done, but I'm not a medical intuitive.
Awesome. Good. Thank you for that question. Because it is important to know these kinds of things, you know, so like we say on these calls, we don't diagnose anything, you know, we're not saying anything, this is all for entertainment, etc. There's, you know, but use your judgment, use your knowing as well of what would be good for you to ask, right? All right, so do you have time to take a few more questions, Jane? Sure. Yeah, awesome. All right, so if you have any more questions about the actual readings or the special offer, just type in the chat or raise your hand. I'm not sure how you say your name. Selena? I don't know. But Selena, do you want to unmute yourself?
Hi. Can you hear me?
Yep. Hi.
Hi. Thank you for taking my call. I have been working for years on my financial blocks. I've released Victorian beliefs that my parents placed on me, and I live in El Salvador, which is a very masculine-oriented society where women don't have the same rights. I was raised that way. When my parents would speak of business, they would escort us out of the room. I was raised that it was in my best interest to work, that I needed to be a wife. And I've been working on years on releasing that. And I married a man who was unfaithful with his cousin, a friend of mine. And then I forgave him and moved on. And then he did it again. And I find myself struggling and getting my business off the ground. And I know that creation is probably a problem with me because I also had problems getting pregnant. And I am financially dependent on him. And it's uncomfortable to feel that way. And I've seen where I've grown. I'm grateful for it, and I understand that I've been taking steps, but when is enough enough? I'd like to be able to move on, and I don't know if she can see anything.
Okay, let's see what Jane has to say.
Okay, so when you were talking about your history of, you know, being in a male dominant society and being married to a man that has cheated on you twice, I actually saw, they said to me, lifting up and out, and it's like, they're making me feel it's like you expanded twice as tall, sort of thing. It's like a retracting ladder or something. It's like you've been so small for such a long time, and then you're starting to retract out and become bigger and more confident. And when you're telling me that you were taking steps, I feel like the steps, they show me the words baby steps. So I feel like the steps are the steps that you're taking. They applaud you on that, but they want to make sure that when you're stepping, that you're stepping down with more solid concrete footing. And if you need to retract, to take little baby steps, that is okay. So you want to know, when is enough enough? This might sound bizarre, but your guides and angels are making me feel like you need to forgive yourself for marrying this man, you know, for being made small, for living in a male dominant area, you know, even forgiving yourself for the parents that, or the family that you've come into. And it's, I just hear, as soon as I said that, I heard whoosh. So it's like everything that you've been, ooh, I've got goosebumps. So everything that you've been holding on to will release out, and then you will step out of that box and your business will grow. I just see the word expansion. It's like breathing for the first time, or holding your breath underwater. And then when you come out, you take a deep breath in and you can breathe again. Does that answer the question?
When you were speaking, my hands started perspiring. So I know you're speaking to something that is important, but I don't know exactly how they mean to be grounded, because every morning I go out on barefoot on the grass. And
they didn't say grounded, they said to forgive.
Yes, I've been trying to forgive myself, and I know that trying is not good, but I understand what I've been saying to myself lately is that I accept where I am now, and by accepting that, that I can move forward and something better will come of it. Instead of being in denial and living in an illusion, I've accepted where I am. And I don't know exactly how to forgive myself, maybe. Maybe she could speak into that a little.
You know, it's interesting, as I'm looking at you as you're talking, it's like they're showing me a zipper on your forehead, and you're unzipping yourself, and and you know, you get down to the chest, and this essence pulls your chest apart, and your essence comes out of your body. And it's like, obviously your essence has a lot more free will, you know, it's not stuck within a body sort of thing, a lot more freedom. And it's like your essence goes out and explores the world and does what your carbon body can't do at the moment. And then your essence, it came back and zipped itself up, and it left like a little airspace up here, you know, just because it didn't want to lock it all the way up. And so, I'm getting goosebumps again. So it's like that your essence comes back and brings everything back into you that you've been pushing. Are you okay? That you've been pushing down, or so allow yourself more freedom. You know, if your carbon body is in Salvador, pull the things that you want into you with your mind to bring them to where you are. And they're like, they said, this is going to free up more space within you.
I don't think I understand, Jane. What you
No,
mean.
I know, it's very strange. Okay.
So I was going to say, I think, Selena, that you're going to have to watch this again or listen to this part again, because already Jane has given you so much information that you're just not, it's like you're not willing to accept it. It's not, you're not willing to receive the information that she's already shared with you, that your guides have shared through Jane. And because it was really important that she sees a great expansion within you. But, you know, you do have to do the forgiveness work. And so there are lots of ways to forgive yourself. But forgiveness is not acceptance. That's two different things, right? Because even when you said I'm accepting, there was a forcedness there. There was like, It wasn't a gentle acceptance. It was like you're forcing yourself to accept. Does that make sense?
In a way, yes.
Yeah. I mean, that could just be your intensity, because you might have an intense energy. right? But, you know, also, you know, if you can get a session with Jane so that you can go deeper into, you know, how you can do the forgiveness, how you can expand your business, or what that looks like.
Okay.
Right?
Thank you.
Yeah. Awesome.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you. But I love what's possible for you, right? There's so much possible for you. So don't limit
Oh,
yourself.
definitely.
Don't think that you're stuck and that you can't have something different, because you can. Okay?
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Awesome. Okay, so Gurjeet, I know, sometimes it's like, how do I, because it's like, there's so much, I mean, I just saw so much possible, so much expansion and so much even joy and freedom for Selena, but I'm not sure if she's willing to hear that yet, or receive it yet, but definitely feel that from your message, Jane. So Gurjeet, do you want to unmute yourself? I can't unmute you. So if you can unmute yourself, that'd be awesome. There you go.
Yes,
Hello?
I'm unmuted. Can you, I'm hoping you all can hear me.
Yeah, we can hear you and see you. All
Okay.
good. Yeah.
Hello.
That's good. That's good. So my question here is that if Jane could tell me that my business has really not taken off, and there's something that's stopping me, but I'm not sure exactly what. And if I could know what's coming in the way, what am I missing, and what do I need to do, that would be great.
Okay, perfect. What do you do for business?
It's a prenatal education for women who want a natural childbirth without drugs and C-sections.
Oh, nice. Okay, what is stopping? Let's see. So what I feel is that you are not doing anything wrong. It's just the women that you are, I see a lot of fear around the women that you're projecting this out to. So I honestly don't feel any blockages on your end because you're very free giving. You know, you know what you're doing. You feel very wise to me. You know, you're very giving. And it's the women on the other end that are putting fear, because as soon as they hear like, oh, no drugs, you know, and they shut down. Is there somehow, do you have a website?
Yes, I have a website and everything.
Okay, perfect. Okay. I feel like you're very good with words, that you can easily, I feel like when you talk, people listen to you, if that makes sense. Because you know what you're talking about. You come from the heart. You are also very integral. So I feel like if you can talk to these women face to face or over Zoom, because I feel like your website only shows a quarter of what your business actually is. Okay. So if you can expand your website to show 3/4, you can keep a quarter of it mystery. If you can show your website to be 3/4 and then to have your potential clients contact you so you can remove the fear. And I actually just saw you reach into, if I'm a client, reach into my heart or reach into my chest, and you just pull it away and you throw it away, their fear. Then I feel like you'll get more clients, if that makes sense.
I've actually been doing that, but people come, and you're right about that. They're very fearful. They want to sign in, they want to get started, but then they don't. And I don't know what's stopping them. So I thought maybe there's something with my energy that was stopping them.
No, I would definitely say not, because your energy is very lovely. When you said that they book with you and then they cancel, I saw you actually sending love through the computer. So with each person that comes in, like for my business, I ask that those who those who want, like those for the highest good to come into my business, those that really want really want a reading to come in. So you can project the same thing too, because I don't feel that there's any blockages with you. Maybe you're not selective enough as to who comes in. You know, only potential clients come into your business with love and light, that sort of thing. So then it could be like a filter. So you're weeding out those who are like, oh yeah, I'll do it, but not concrete. So you could change that a little bit, if that makes sense.
It makes sense to me, but I'm just looking for something that I can do at my end, just to, you know, I know you said there's no blocks and I'm loving and giving and all that, but then like, why isn't it materializing? Or is there a timeline I need to wait for? Or when would it actually happen is what I keep thinking.
Have you been putting pressure onto the universe as to, like, I know you've become irritated because it's not working, and I understand that. Have you just surrendered to the outcome?
I've surrendered so many times and I've said, okay, you know what, I just give up. There's nothing more I can do.
And you know, that's perfect. As strange as it might sound, that is perfect, because you have done all that you can do. And honestly, I would just ask the universe to bring you 100% clients that want this. It's funny when you said it's funny when you said like what you do, because I know several people on Vancouver Island that's what they did. They had natural births. And I thought, oh, you should come here, because I know it's a little bit difficult, but I don't really feel that there are any blocks. You know, maybe the time just isn't right, but you're still putting love, you're still putting energy, you're still putting thought, you're still putting desire into your website, into your business. And I do feel that if you ask that the right clients come in, they will.
So Jane, just one quick question. You said just ask. So is it just sitting quietly and thinking about, I'm speaking to the universe, let it bring me the, you know, clients who I'm meant to serve, just thinking and focusing on that every night? Or, you know, like how exactly do you ask? Or speaking loudly?
Well, ask for paying clients.
Yes.
Number one, paying clients, not just clients you can serve, because I'm serving all the time, but, you know, paying clients.
Yes,
right?
Very true, paying client.
And so how's the process? I thank you so much for that, Alara, ask for paying clients. That is so valuable, because, you know, otherwise we'll get a surge of clients who want free classes.
Yeah.
And so like my question was, do I just sit and focus on this question in my mind?
So how I
be in your heart space, first of all. I'm just be in your heart space. It's not a mental thing, right? Like we've talked about this before. You have to be in your heart space, expand out, and then have the intention, universe, I would like paying clients that I can serve, who value my work, who want whatever it is that you're offering. Please bring them. Please send them to me. Paying clients who want this service. Go ahead, Jane.
Yes, definitely. Exactly what Alara said. You know, I can have my music blaring and I'll think of something that's towards my business and I will voice it out loud. I believe that spirit can hear us out loud and also in our heads. So if you're comfortable just having a quiet moment and asking in your mind for paying clients, you know, etc., then you can ask in your mind. Me, I will be cleaning my home and a thought will come to me and I will just stop and I'll just voice what I want to say, what I want to ask for. And then I just wait because I know it's coming.
Thank you. I think that answers my question. Thank you.
Okay, perfect.
Awesome. Good. Thank you, Gurjeet. And again, that was for everybody who has a business of some sort or is wanting more paying clients, right? So this is not just for Gurjeet, but for everybody who wants more paying clients, etc. All right, we're going to take one or two more quick questions. Devki, go ahead and unmute yourself. Oh, but before I go to you, Devki, one second. I know she's like, oh no. So in a reading, Melissa's asking, in a reading with our animal family, can you connect to more than one in an hour session? Because she says, my dog Sierra crossed over 2 weeks ago, and I'm concerned about the happiness and health of her friend in physical as well. And in a session, she says, I would like to connect to my son. Can I request that in a reading, or is it more like a specific question? It's for example, should I move from where I live?
No, readings are, they can be about anything, really. It doesn't have to be a specific question. And with animal readings, I don't like to do too many at once because some animals like to talk more. Some animals are very quiet. They're like people. Some animals like to talk nonstop. So I would say max 2 animals for a 1 hour reading.
Mm-hmm. Good, awesome, thank you. Yeah, good question, Melissa, so thank you. All right, Dave Geek, go ahead. Sorry, I know I muted you, but go ahead, or you unmuted. Go ahead and unmute yourself. Hello.
Hi, hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Yes, thank you for taking my call. I am starting a new job next week, and I'm feeling so anxious about it and not looking forward to going in. I'd like to know, why am I feeling like this? Is this the right job for me, or is there something else that I should be doing?
So immediately I've heard that the new job doesn't resonate with you.
Okay.
And I'm starting to feel the wobbly sensation again. May I ask what the job is?
Teaching.
Like,
It's something
teaching?
that I've done for many years, but this is just a new school.
Okay. As soon as you said this is a new school, I felt a little bit nauseated. So, and I'm seeing the word apprehension. So I don't feel that, I honestly don't feel that this is the right place for you. And I actually feel like you're wringing your hands. So in the anticipation, do you enjoy teaching? I know you've done it for a long time.
I used to enjoy it, but I've come to a stage now because I've done it for so many years. I feel, yeah.
Okay. Because they're showing me the word teaching, and they're showing me the word lackluster next to it. It's almost like if it was a wall and you could just paint over it with a new coat of paint.
Yes.
Okay. I feel like if you choose to continue to move forward into this new job, I honestly don't feel like you will be there for long by your own choice.
Okay.
Because there is no, it doesn't have any energy to it. It's just very flat. So is there something else that you should be doing? They're like, of course there is. There always is. Let's see. Are you being, so I'm sitting in my chair and I feel like my body is being pulled to the right. So are you being pulled, has something been showing up in your visions or in the vicinity of yourself? It feels like it's very small, but it has potential to grow into something big. Is there something that has been pulling your attention away from teaching?
I am doing a life coaching course, but it's going I'm just procrastinating on that. I don't know whether that's the right thing as well.
Okay. As soon as you said, I don't know if that's the right thing as well, I heard your angels and guides say that you will be very good at that.
Oh, okay.
Do you have some fear? They're showing me the word hesitation. Do you have some fear and hesitation into this?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. They're making me feel like they want you to they're saying to wipe the slate clean. And it's like they're showing me a piece of a slate and you're actually wiping it clean. Because I feel like your teaching they make me feel like your teaching is definitely going to help in the life coaching course.
Okay.
But they're like, it's way different. It's way different. I feel like it's going to bring in I feel like it's going to bring in more light and satisfaction into your life.
Okay.
Because with life coaching, I know it's more one-on-one. And of
Yes.
course, if you want to coach 5 people at once, you can. But for me, they're making me feel if you just did one-on-one, one at a time, then that would bring in more, just more of everything, more happiness, more enlightenment, more peace, more of everything.
Okay.
How does that sound, Devki?
Yeah, that sounds good. Yes. So, I mean, you know, I need to just go on with the course and try to finish it.
Yeah,
and
for
maybe
sure.
go into that. Thank you so much, Laura and Jane. Thank you. Thanks
Awesome.
a million.
Thank
You're
you.
very welcome.
Good luck. Awesome. So, you know, of course, we still have lots of people with their hands raised and lots of people with questions in the chat. But, you know, we all have, like, I have another call in just a little bit and so on. But this was so wonderful, Jane. I mean, I like how quickly you were able to tune in and tap into the questions that people had, and how, you know, not just on point, but relevant you were, you know, so it wasn't, none of the answers were vague, you know, like it was not a vague answer. It was also really clear about what you were sharing, what your guides and their guides were wanting to bring through. So I thought it was brilliant. It was so much fun. It was fun to hear not just the questions, but then your answers, what you were sharing with them.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, no, that was great. So I just wanted to ask really quickly too, so I was going to say, for those of you who I know didn't get a chance to ask your question, you know, if you'd like to work with Jane one-on-one and get more fuller, you know, a fuller experience, you can always book a session with her. You can go to alara.at/show/Jane8. And for those of you who did get a chance to get a question answered, see how wonderful that was? Wouldn't you like to have more questions answered, right? So definitely go and book your session with Jane. So Jane, you know, we were talking about at the beginning of the call, you know, about, you know, asking the universe for what you want, how to ask the universe for what you want. And part of, you know, what we did on this call with the questions was getting people to be clear about what are you asking for. But that is also asking the universe for what you want, right? Clarity, you know, direction, etc., right? So is there any other last message? You know, does your team, does my team have any collective message for all of us as we're moving forward?
You know, as soon as you asked that, I saw the words "be patient." So I don't know if you can do patience, but
I cannot. I definitely cannot. I cannot. I am not patient. Oh my God, no.
I'm incredibly patient, and so if what you ask for doesn't materialize right in front of your face right at that moment, just be patient, because, you know, it takes time to put together. It takes time to pull everything together. And there's several times when I get frustrated too, that what I've asked for has not come in front of me. And I just say to myself, don't worry, Jane, don't worry, it's coming. Just because you can't see it doesn't mean it's not happening. They are working on it. They're putting it together. You know, they're making it perfect. And then they will present it to you.
Absolutely. And that's the thing. Once you ask, you know, you will receive. So unless you change your mind somewhere between the time you ask and the time you get it, if you've changed your mind about that thing that you want, then that's a different story. But if, you know, if whatever it is that you're asking for, you stay not firm with it, but have that desire for it, and know that you will get it, know that you will receive it, know that you will, you know, it will come to fruition. You have to know that, you have to feel that, you have to believe that, right? Instead of doubting it.
Yes, exactly.
And act as if you've already received it.
Exactly. Yes.
Right? Be grateful, be in gratitude as if you've already received it, and continue to live your life, you know, continue to create until it actually comes to fruition here. Because as soon as you ask, you've already received it energetically, vibrationally, on another plane, so on and so forth. But if we stop and do nothing, it takes longer for it to come to fruition, right, Jane?
It does. It does, definitely. If you want a brand new car, you know, imagine yourself driving around in that car and, oh, I'm going to go to the beach and I'm going to go to the mountains and, oh, I can't believe, and the cruise control is awesome. And wow, the wind in my hair, these electronic windows are awesome. You know, imagine yourself in the car and then you'll pull it to you faster.
Yeah. Go to a dealership, go test drive some cars,
Yes.
etc. You know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
So I'm still waiting for my my house, you know, but we are driving around looking, but right now we have no car because our car is in the shop. But
Oh dear.
that's okay. That's all right. It'll be fine. But we are still driving around looking, and you know, it's still there. Like we still want it. So you know, it'll come. You know, by the end of this year. So it'll come. You know, and
like the earrings, like you said earlier, like the earrings. You never go down that alley. So maybe you're driving around and you get pulled to a side street and find your perfect house.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I keep telling my husband. It's like, don't just look on the main roads. Let's see, and let's go look over here. Let's go look over there. I told him, I said, we're going to find it when we're driving around. 2 people have told me, you know, so yeah. But then that's the thing, is like, so we're still looking. We're still driving around, you know. And, you know, I didn't have that thought in my head about, okay, I have to find those earrings. I have to find earrings. I did, that was not a mantra in my head. But it was just something, it's like, yeah, you know, I would like to have those earrings too, like the kind I got for my daughter. And then I found them. So it was like, oh shit. And so close, you know, so close, just down the street. So awesome, beautiful, thank you.
Perfect.
And so how far in advance are you booked right now, Jane?
I am booking into early October.
Okay, cool, awesome, good to know, right? So, you know, so people will email you to schedule their session, and then you can, you know, do the session via Zoom or Skype or phone or WhatsApp or whatever, right?
Exactly.
So beautiful, good, thank you.
Yes.
Well, now you know. So you know, you can take your time, Melissa, about booking. You know, so but don't wait too long, because then she'll be booked out even farther ahead. So yeah, good.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you, Jane, and thank you everybody for all your questions. And like I said, some of the questions, the answers were for everybody, not just for that specific person who asked, right? So really keep that in mind, okay? And be willing to ask. Be willing to ask, and be willing to believe that you will receive it. Be willing to really be confident that the universe is listening to you, right? The universe is always listening to you. So be willing to ask and receive. Right?
Very true.
Good. Thank you so much, Jane.
Well, thank you so much, Alara. It was lovely to be on your show.
See, it was fun, right? It was easy.
Yeah,
right?
I had fun. The nervousness just went away.
Good. I'm glad. All right, everyone. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Until next time, may you continue to be blessed with an abundance of joy, peace, love, happiness, prosperity, and radiant health. Sending you all much love and blessings always. Bye for now.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.